This is the longest running series in Alabama history, and they've dominated, although Mississippi State has won the last 3. Big Prather returns the opening kickoff from lane field and fails to reach the 20-yard line. Alabama won the toss and deferred. Phillip Weeks made that look like a good decision with his kickoff coverage. Lots of questions about Mississippi State. Many of them should be answered today against Alabama. Madkin throws, caught. Kelvin Love out across the 40 and down at the 43-yard line. 3rd and long, 3rd down and 13. Short pass. Terrell Grindle, the true freshman, down way short of the first down at the 45-yard line, particularly with this starting unit. They rotate the defensive front by series. Now with a lot of time, throws incomplete. Intended for Jason McCadley. From midfield, 1st and 10. Bulldogs on offense for the 2nd time. They set up a reverse. Kelvin Love took the handoff from Chris Rainey. And he has a 1st down, got belted down at the 38-yard line. Walker continues at tailback. Here comes the blitz. And the ball grounded intentionally by Madkin, and the flags fly. Give Tennessee the miraculous come from behind victory, keep the balls. National title hopes alive. There's a block. Salim Rashid blocked the kick, and Miguel Merritt ran it back. No score more than midway through the first quarter. 3rd down and 4, Bama. That pass caught. Coming across the middle, Jason McCadley with a 1st down to the 28-yard line, where Tim Nelson made the tackle after a gain of 17. Last 4 games, the highest rushing total against Mississippi State, 42 yards for LSU. Zal was under pressure. Ashley Cooper was providing the heat.
You got to worry about his confidence. His last memory of a kick in a game was a missed 27-yard field goal.
This is a 40-yard try right down the middle. Ryan Flugner, the senior from Sarasota, Florida, gives Alabama a 3-0 lead. 3rd down and 4. Is not a high-powered Mississippi State offense. Moving along the line. No flags down. Now a late flag thrown in the middle of the line after the play had started up. On 3rd down, Zhao throws over the head of Antonio Carter. He was trying to beat one-on-one coverage. Lots of time for Madkin. He steps into the throw, looking deep down the field, and it is caught by Kelvin Love. 2nd and 10. Here comes the rush. The pass completed, and escaping is Justin Griffith inside the 5-yard line. 3 fullbacks in the backfield now on 1st and goal after the 13-yard gain. Play action pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Rod Gibson gives the Bulldogs the lead.
Love the call. 1st down, getting that extra block. It's a play that Alabama uses very frequently.
Zhao with all day to throw after the fake, looking for Alexander. Has it to the 38-yard line of Mississippi State.
He can call whatever he wants right now.
37 yards in the completion to number 37. They pitch it to Millens. Lots of running room down the sideline. Out of bounds inside the 50. And Tyler Watts saw most of the action. Watts started both games and led them to 2 wins. Zhao under heat, throws to the end zone, almost intercepted. There is a flag down on the play. The pass intended for Millens. That was about as obvious a hold as you'll see. Maybe he's complaining about something else.
Well, it can't be anything that the guys upstairs are telling him, because he doesn't wear a headset, so he doesn't know what they're seeing up there.
1st and goal from the 6. Alexander spins toward the end zone. Touchdown!
That's never a good sign for your defense.
3rd down and 9. They fake one way, they throw the screen the other. Justin Griffith has blockers, has a 1st down out near the 35-yard line, where Marcus Spencer pulled him down. 2nd and 5. Madkin on the roll. A flag thrown downfield. The pass is incomplete.
Holding defense.
Justin Griffith, the lone back. 4 receivers spread the field, and it's incomplete. Intended for Trey Belcher. 2nd and 6. 4-man rush. Zhao zips one to Shamari Buchanan for a first down before he's driven back.
4 finalists. 2 guys from my alma mater.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't let that get by. 2nd and 9. Millens takes the screen right up the middle to the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs. Already 10 penalties combined. 5 on each team. Zhao couldn't get off the screen, and he's sacked back near midfield by John Hilliard. The first sack for the Bulldogs.
Stop Penn State on the goal line in the Sugar Bowl. See that picture everywhere here in Tuscaloosa.
You deal with it very well, though. 2nd and 4, and Madgen throws it away.
Here comes the flag.
And the flag thrown for grounding again. That's the 2nd time. I'll tell you about Ron Dane and his bid today to become the all-time leading rusher for Wisconsin in NCAA history. Zhao, a couple of takes. Now he has to throw, and it is intercepted by Barron Simpson. A critical error by Zhao gives Mississippi State the ball on the 31-yard line. For Mississippi State, Madgen trying to make it pay off right away. That one is picked off by Reggie Miles. The ball underthrown, intended for Kelvin Love.
Finally getting to redshirt some guys. They're stockpiling the talent a little better.
Handoff to Sean Alexander's back up Sean Bohannon, and he has the first down. Coach Bryant, he said he really liked the average player who he could make into a great player. He did that regularly. He had little tolerance for the great player who didn't work very hard, or the tough guy who wouldn't be tough or wouldn't play hard. He said he came in with 67 freshman football players, and by the time he left, there were 6 from that class left.
Yeah, that was when you could bring in a lot of guys, and if they wanted to go to another school in the conference, they had to wait for 2 years. So even if he ran off a great player, he knew he wasn't going to come back and hurt him for a couple years. But
Bohannon, the ball carrier on the final play of the half, and Mike DuBose echoed those comments that Jackie Sherrill made about Bear Bryant. DuBose played for Bear Bryant later and said much the same thing.
That's when Mississippi State tries to wear people down, is in the 4th quarter.
4 wide receivers. Zhao pumps twice, throws, incomplete. Looking for Millens with 3 white shirts, including Robert Bean in the vicinity. Chris Rainey, the senior from Amory, Mississippi. One of the 3 tailback. See regular action. He takes the pitch and powers across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Alabama. 3 receivers out wide to the left of Wayne Madgen. He rolls away from the pressure. Very close to the line of scrimmage as he threw out of bounds. A flag down. He might have been across the line of scrimmage. And Matt Wyatt has been warming up on the Mississippi State sideline. Zhao going very deep, looking for McKinley, and it's knocked down incomplete. Robert Bean had the coverage.
And you're not going to have much success going against those guys all day.
Patrick Morgan with a good punt. And they needed that in this game of field position. A return by Prather from the 33. He got a couple of good blocks. The punter is defeated, but there is a flag down on the play.
The back, holding on the defense.
And he led them to the comeback victory over Auburn and led the winning drive against Kentucky last week. Trying to do it again as his first throw is intercepted by Milo Lewis. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Alabama.
But they're running enough and with enough effectiveness to make Mississippi State respect the run.
The blitz well defended this time. Zhao throws, caught by Millens. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Mississippi State with a first down.
And then in the ball game against Southern Miss, a punt return for a touchdown.
They set up a screen to Sean Alexander. First down inside the 20 and all the way down to the 14-yard line. They're at the Mississippi State 15, leading by 3 in the 3rd quarter. Zhao Lofts it into traffic, and it's intercepted by Bean. And now they rule it incomplete as the ball comes out as he hits the ground.
And stripping that ball out.
Ryan Pflugner from 32 yards. They rule it good. The Mississippi State Bulldogs are arguing. They thought it was wide right. It is Matt Wyatt again. At quarterback, he came in the last series, and on his only play from scrimmage, threw an interception that led to the Pflugner field goal. Now they set up a middle screen. Donald Lee, a backup tight end, rumbling up the field, all the way to the 47-yard line. Chris Rainey vacated the backfield. He was the intended target, but the pressure made Wyatt throw quickly.
But Kendall Moorhead has picked up the slack today.
4th and 5. Walker took his time and just did get the punt off, and he killed another one. And what a bounce it took at the 3. Backspin to the 5 where Eugene Clinton downed it. A 43-yard punt by Walker.
3rd and 10. Very difficult.
Now back into his own end zone. Throws. Caught. First down.
He's a guy that's got a lot of talent.
They spread the field, the blitz, the throw, the diving catch by Antonio Carter, short of a first down. 1 for 8 on 3rd down are the Bulldogs, and this is a tough yardage to make. Moving along the line, the pass incomplete. Don't see any flags on the play. Justin Griffith, the intended receiver.
I think they played hard. You know, now they got overwhelmed by Miami last week, but for the most part, they played well.
John Alexander. Eugene Clinton in. The handoff to McClintock. On 2nd and short, he appears to have the first down to the 40. Can Mississippi State's cardiac kids do it one more time? They're down by 6. 1st and 10 from the 40. Zhao pursued, lofts it up for Millens. He was open, but the ball was short. The defender, Fred Smoot, fell down to the 23-yard line. He's back in after being injured a moment ago.
They've got to come up with a play.
This is a big down right here. 3rd and 12. Zhao, man open. Millens again in field goal range inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. Oh, Alabama in field goal range, leading by 6. Hoping for better than a field goal on 3rd down and 9. Zhao is sacked. John Hilliard with the sack.
Big sack for Mississippi State, making this a tougher field goal for Pflugner.
And this is a big field goal here. Put them up by 2 scores. He's 2 for 2. The 32-yarder barely good. This is from 41. The high snap was handled, but the kick is wide right. Bradley Ledbetter snap a little bit high. Patrick Morgan got it down. Matt Wyatt is the quarterback. He zings one over the middle, caught by Kelvin Love, still on his feet across the 40, and all the way out to the 45-yard line. Wyatt on 2nd and 7. Throws it out for Dante Walker with some space. He has a first down at the 44-yard line of Alabama. From the Alabama 44. Wyatt running out of time and sacked by Reggie Grimes back at the 49-yard line of Mississippi State. Well, they had a chance to really turn field position around once the offense went in retreat. Whoa, there's a high snap. Walker just didn't get it off. Millens caught it on the run. Nice run back. Out of bounds to the 35, perhaps the 36-yard line. Just a 29-yard punt.
I mean, what a great win for Clint Sterner for Arkansas.
Absolutely. John Alexander delivers a stiff arm to Pick Prather, still on his feet. He gave a stiff arm to Prather, then he ran over Eugene Clinton at the end of the run. Terrific kicker and a great student. Uplifting performance in both areas. Millens dancing to the 40 with another first down. He had 3 straight 100-yard receiving games earlier this year, the first player in Alabama history to do that. He was open for the quick screen. They faked it to him. Shamari Buchanan is wide open. Touchdown, Alabama! From the left hash mark, the try for 2. Zhao had to get rid of it. Throws, caught, he lunges for the pylon, but didn't get there. Antonio Carter thought he But the official said no, he was short. Because the kickoff went out of bounds, the ball comes out to the 35. Wyatt, they bring the blitz. He throws it in the flat, and Griffith is taken down by Victor Ellis. Has had a huge performance, putting heat on the Mississippi State quarterback. Grimes, number 98 up front. Here he comes right up the middle again, but he fell down. They still get to him. Back inside the 10, Kendall Moorhead. Moorhead, Memphis, Tennessee, a 20-yard loss. This offense has been bad all day, but it's at its all-time worst right now, and Wyatt was hit as he threw by Grimes again. Wow. Well, they're young up front on offense. Only one returning starter. Alexander stopped by Stevens again, and now they'll get a timeout.
State and Mississippi State losing right now.
Love over 100 yards receiving with 4 catches. Rickett bounces off the hit and gets the first down. That'll stop the clock for a moment to move the chains. There still has been no word from the administration here at the University of Alabama about the future of Mike DuBose and his staff. And part of that could be attributable to the fact they don't have an athletic director in place. They have an interim AD, Finus Gaston. That pass is caught out near midfield by Matt Butler. But they have a committee looking for a new athletic director who are yet to make the commitment because they don't know what the coaching future is going to be here. Pass over the middle, intercepted off the fingertips of Chris Rainey and picked off by Darius Gilbert. He was down before the ball came out at the 30-yard line of Mississippi State. A 25-yard return to seal the deal.
I go back and agree with you about Mike DuBose. I think he's done a great job.
Well, you know, people could say he had a problem off the field in the summer. Right. Well, if you were going to fire him because that was an unpardonable offense as far as you're concerned, that was the time to do it. Right. You can't go back at the end of the season and say we're firing for what happened in August for that off-the-field problem. And if you're judging it by football, which has to be the standard because they let that off-the-field problem go without his dismissal, they've gotten better every year. They already have a win this year over Florida, proving that they can compete with the best teams in the nation.
And they've gotten better every week this year.
And when you watch football, Tom, from a game plan standpoint, they're very well coached.
They're very well coached. They are, and they're very talented.
Yeah, I think the time has come, if these people here really do care about their program, and they do, to make the commitment so they can go out and recruit and continue to bring in good football players to this program and continue the resurgence. This is a huge win. 19-7, the final in favor of Alabama. They are now in firm control of their destiny in the SEC West with one game to go.